Woo-wee! Woo-wee! Should we take a look and see if our mount is holding up? Let's see. Still looks straight. That bolt's still in there. Oh yeah. Not moving at all. See, the clutch part about this mount is that it has these little offshoots there and there, and they sit inside this Pro Armor bumper. It's a Pro Armor bumper for anybody looking for one. And as long as the screws stay tight to hold it on, it can't rock back and forth because of that edge there and the edge on the other side. So it's like, clutch. That guy was genius. $10 he charged me. $10. I don't think I said it in the other one. If I get new plastics, you can see these plastics are shot out in the back pretty bad. But if I get new plastics, I might have to maybe give them a little heat and just make sure that there's enough room for that there. But I think it's all right. But also, I just bought a $6 spring because the spring that turns on the tail light when you push down on there was all like bent to hell. So, I mean, on these things you don't really use the rear brake a lot. It's not nearly as useful unless you're trying to slow down super fast than the front brake. It's kind of like motorcycles. You know, you modulate your speed a lot with the front brake. You know, you notice after you're no longer a new rider that the front brake plays a big part in riding, whereas the rear brake not so much. I mean obviously rear brake is useful, but not nearly as much as the front brake. Which goes, to me, goes past logic, but now that we're successfully 10 minutes into the video, what's happening, guys? How y'all doing? I'm really hoping that my mic works and my camera works. I know it's at least says that it's recording. Whether it's actually doing something or not, I don't know. But my helmet, as I said in the last video, all of my stuff has been so muddy that I have literally had to hose it down, like pressure wash it or hit it with the hose outside because it was like too muddy to even take in. On my last trip here, I actually brought my gear home in the bed of the truck. It was that muddy. I was like, I was thinking when I left I should have brought a trash bag, but then I was like, wait a minute, I have a truck now. Oh, you guys might not even know that I have a truck now. Oh my god. Alright, I'll throw in a little bit of footage right here of my... Why would you put a stop sign here? So stupid. But you guys can see my beautiful new truck. Whoa. If I had a saw, I would stop and take care of that, but I don't. I don't even have my handsaw. That's in Zena's bags. So, let's see if we can clean off that rear brake, because it had a bunch of mud and crap stuck in it. When I was lubing the chain on this thing before it came, it sounded gnarly. But it's like brand new caliper and brand new pads, so I know it's not shot. Oh, here we go. Hell yeah, baby. Oh. So the goal of the day is to get to Bueller Corner. I should probably be paying a little bit better attention to what loops I'm taking. But, well, I guess that's the second goal of the day. The first goal is to test out the fuel holder so we don't have a repeat of last week, or a couple weeks ago. Nobody. Oh, nobody. a couple of shout outs to a couple of guys whose channels I've really been digging and watching. One is KCATV, and I believe his name is Jeff as well. Everybody knows my name is Jeff, and I think he's a Jeff. So let me give you my name is Jeff. To Jeff from KCATV. And the other one is John from On One Wheel 7. I think I've talked to you about him before, but he's been my sport quad addiction fix during the week when I can't go. He goes and races NOIA. I think it stands for New York Off-Road Association, but he's not from New York. I think he's from Massachusetts. I believe he's a masshole. I'm sure he'll correct me quickly if I'm wrong. But he's packing the cat and half a yacht, but he doesn't talk like that. But he races like almost every week. But he's got a camper and sponsors and all that stuff. But genuinely a nice guy. And I really like his channel. So if you guys are into sport quads, you can watch that. And the last one, since this is a hashtag Save the Sports Quad video, Save the Sports Quad, Pete Hagar. Pete Hagar is like the sports quad man. He rides a Raptor 700, I believe, and a brand spanking new YZ450. But he does like in-depth trail ride videos of places that he goes. He does kind of what I do. He does a little bit more cinematic than just lazy ass first person videos like mine, which I think I would like if I had a group of people to ride with. But when I'm just out by myself these days, it's I'm here to ride. I'm here to twist some grip. But yeah, big shout out to Pete Hagar, John, and Jeff. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate your content. Woo! And hopefully I can give you some back. Oh man, life is a trip, isn't it? Life is a trip. I guess while we're at it, a big shout out to all my longtime subs that have stuck around. I know, you know, there's a lot of hullabaloo when I left Colorado, and I still miss it every day, every single day. But you know, the worst was like I just kind of I don't have as much time to make videos and ride and all that good stuff. Got a family, got a hell of a career going, got a house. You know how it goes, man. You know how it goes. But I did promise that I would not fall off the radar, and I've really tried hard not to do that. All of my gear is still together. It's always sitting there waiting ready to go. Aside from batteries that now die in between. But yeah, man, I try and get at least a couple of videos up a summer. As I mentioned in my last video, we're going to be doing Hatfield McCoy coming up here. Oh, there's another gear. Woo! I thought that was the last gear. Love it when that happens. That never happens on a dual sport. You're always already in that top gear. Give me a straightaway. Let's air this thing out. 2009 LTZ400, fuel injected. Can I have a straightaway? Allegheny National Forest, can I have a straightaway? Nope, can't have a straightaway. Down to fourth. That's alright. Can I have some turns? Can I have some turns to slide around? Yeah! Uh-oh. Easy now. Razors. You gotta watch out for the damn razors. Oh, there we go. Those weren't razors, those were sport quads. Okay. find a spot to air it out. This way there's some forest roads that are real fun. As I was leaving the house today, I had taken the bumper off to take it over to that guy to get that the mount built for the tank. And I remembered I had taken my plate off, which also acts as your ATV registration. And I was literally about to pull out of the driveway. I saw it sitting there and I was like, oh no! It's like basically like leaving the house without your car license plate. You get pulled over out here, you're going to get a ticket. Oh no, soupy crap. Soupy crap sucks. You gotta go faster through it. Look at all gnarly. We'll wave you guys off. Hopefully you can see clearly now. The rain is gone as we head into more rain. So it was like this, but just 10 times worse, deeper. Just icky. Feeling a little wiggle behind me. Maybe we should make sure this guy's still here. He's still there. Find a dry spot. Check him out. I do not want to take it easy on this thing. I want it to stay on there if I ride as hard as I want to ride. Here's a nice dry spot. Let's pull up right here. Ooh, even some shade. Alright, let's check it out. Make sure it's holding on good. How you doing, baby? Oh, freaking rock solid, dude. That screw isn't backing out. Neither is that one. We are golden. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just checking. I just built this mount. I'm just making sure it's not falling off. Can't put a rack on sport quads. You having a good time?
Yeah, my buddies are down here camping. I just did the bike trail, and I'm like, well, I'll do A real quick.
Yeah.
My gas light's on, and I'm like, oh.
Do you need gas?
No, it's got a half a tank.
Oh.
Must come on at a half a tank. I don't know.
I was up here like 3 weeks ago and I ran out.
Oh, no shit.
I was parked at Rocket John all the way at the other end.
Yeah.
And I was halfway from Bueller Corner back. So I built this. Huh?
That was a long walk.
Luckily I ran into a nice lady who was camping with her kids. And her husband had a gas tank there. She gave me a gallon. I was like, thank you so much. There are still good people left in this world. Well, what's your name, man? Tom, I'm Jeff. Nice to meet you.
Good ride, man.
Yeah, you too, dude. Enjoy. He's a nice guy. And I mean, that seems to be the story here with everybody that I've met at Allegheny. We had the guy that helped me out with the flat tire. Oh, that reminds me. I have a couple more mods to tell you guys about. I don't know if I talked about them. But I ended up going with the Maxxis Razor 2s. It's tires. They are legit 6-ply. None of this Chinese fake 6-ply. That were the Quad Boss or whatever garbage I had on there. Sun F Amazon tires when I bought it. And these things have been rock solid. They're like, you know, they're like going from the stock, from the Trail Wings to the D606. That's the difference. It's major. These things grip so well in the mud, I can't even tell you. The only reason that I was able to ride in that mud is because of these tires. And I mean, you twist the grip or you steer one way or the other and you're going. Yeah, let's follow Main Trail. Yeah! This is great. Let's get the ass into this thing out. Yeah! side by sides. You are huge and you take up the whole trail. Oh, okay, so anyway, the Maxxis Razor 2s, after doing a ton of research, of course, not cheap, but got those bad boys, got them put on. I found a local shop around here that if you bring the rim to them, they will mount any tire for 20 bucks, which is killer. That's a great deal. And I don't do tires. I have decided that I hate even thinking about doing tires. And I don't no longer have a hermit to do my tires for free. So yeah, 20 bucks it is. I'm happy as a happy as a clam. But I also do now, after that flat tire dealie, carry a patch kit with sticky rope patches. And I am also carrying my pump, my electric pump that can hook into a battery tender. Ooh, this is nice. They can hook into a battery tender lead or go directly off the battery leads that I carried for Gabby, my African twin, on rides to change her pressure when we were doing day-long rides. Because if I would have had that tire pump, and not even the patch kit, but just the tire pump, I could have got myself back to the truck in that first video, first set of videos with this quad. So a little bit better prepared now, learning lessons, and I always try to learn from my mistakes. Hell yeah. Yeah. But the other mod that I did, you guys can actually see right now, but you probably don't even realize it. I did a twist throttle, which is so much better. Like, woohoo, amounts of better than that damn film throttle. It is the, oh geez, maybe I shouldn't even speak without knowing. Is it Pro Taper? I don't know. No, Motion Pro. It's the Motion Pro, and it's the good one that doesn't have the plastic. It's the good one. Yeah, it's Motion Pro. Because I bought it at the same time I bought the chain brake tool to do Zenith's chain, which I also did recently. I remember coming down here a couple of weeks ago, and this was like nothing but puddle the whole way. Can I go by? This is the part about not riding a motorcycle. Thank you. Thank you. so a lot of guys on the LTC group on Facebook tried to tell me that the twist throttle was unsafe. And I was like, how? And none of them could really give me a good answer that I thought was good. I was like, well, here's my reasoning, is that I ride motorcycles all the live long day with twist throttles, and I have no problems whatsoever. So give me a good reason. And they really couldn't. And I was like, after half an hour of this thumb throttle, I can't feel my bottom half of my hand. And my thumb hurts so bad I can't even push the throttle. And I've actually had that be dangerous, getting into a couple of situations where, still there, getting into a couple of situations where, you guys okay? You okay? Okay. What's up, guys? Where I couldn't push the throttle going up a gnarly section, mile one of what? Huh. Oh, mile one of something. But where I couldn't push the throttle going up something gnarly, and very easily, if I couldn't have just overpowered my thumb, which I did, could have resulted in a crash. So, as soon as I switched to the thumb throttle, oh, truck closed, what? D's closed, the other corner this way. I can modulate it way better. My arms don't get as tired. I can ride way longer and way safer. To me, I think it's a preference item. You gotta remember that those guys, they're mostly quad guys, so they mostly only run thumb throttles on all their machines. Which is fine, you know. I mean, they probably just don't know or tried it once and they were in the same situation as I was. Their wrist isn't used to doing the same thing that mine is. You know what I mean? Now, my wrist is much stronger. Yeah! I just had a great idea. And I think I'm actually going to do it. Time for an intro for the quad. Alright, I'll catch up. Alright. Well, boys and girls, we now have a quad intro. I always want to jump those, but I never know how it's gonna land on the brick. It scares me, so I don't do it. They're set up there over there on the big hill. There's what Mr. Michael calls magic carpet ride, and I have since started calling it that too. There is a bunch of them on the big hill, but I'm scared to jump them. First of all, because if you lose momentum on that hill, you're done. You're going back down. It is very steep, like red cone steep. Not nearly as high, but very, very steep. Oh man. Okay, so twist throttle. Yeah, I love it. I'm definitely going to keep it. I already sold off the original thumb throttle. I am that confident. So when I was getting this quad fixed up, a dude did me a huge favor. So I don't know if you guys can see. I'll look down. But you see this cluster right here? The power and lights and everything like that on that little cluster on the handlebar right there. That was shot on this quad because for some reason one of the doofuses that owned it before me hot glued the damn light switch. So you didn't have high beams and low beams, you just had high beams. I don't know if that's because it was so loose that it would just wiggle around or what, but I didn't get a chance to see it before it was done, so it was already done. So of course, this quad has badass aftermarket light bar lights underneath each side down there. And I mean like light up a football field. But they're only like, they're small, they're not big. But they are bright as hell. And I'm looking for a chance to use them. I think Hatfield McCoy. But anyway, put up a post saying, hey, Suzuki OEM wants $160, I think it was, for this stupid little cluster. A bunch of plastic and a couple of metal contacts. And I was like, yeah, no way. Is anybody doing a part out or have one laying around? It's kind of hard to find parts for the 09 and up LTZs because they were the very end of their cycle. They stopped making the LTZ in 2014. There aren't a lot of aftermarket parts for them that aren't like universal, like exhausts and fuel mappers and stuff like that. There's not a whole lot of aftermarket stuff. But a guy on the LTZ Facebook group I am not with these people. The guy on the LTZ Facebook group was like, dude, I have one sitting on the shelf in the garage and it's been there forever. He's like, what do you think of 25 bucks? And he was like, 25 bucks shipped. And I was like, dude, you have such a deal, it's not even funny. PayPal'd him immediately, sent it over, it was perfect. This is it, right here. So, he was like, the only thing I ask, he's like, is if you ever find some minor part that you have sitting in your garage, just pay it forward. And I was like, dude, you are my people. I was like, I totally believe in doing that, and I will do it. So when I switched out the thumb throttle, I sold a dude the throttle cable and the throttle, which probably could have gotten like, I don't know, 60, 75 bucks for. Who knows, especially when it was, during COVID times when you can't get anything. I probably could have got a killing for it. But I was like, nah, you know what? 25 bucks, dude. That's just gonna sit on a shelf here. I'm never gonna use it again. It's yours. And he was thrilled. And I told him, I said, hey man, if you ever have something that's sitting on a shelf, I was like, just pay it forward, man. And he was like, I absolutely will. So cool. I hope that continues on through the group and through everybody. And I'm gonna end this video here because this sucks. This is very boring for me and for you. But hope you guys are doing well. I will catch y'all later. Peace.